Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Entre Mike back where the Entre is short for entrepreneur. In this video, we're going to be going over 5 things that you need to consider before starting your box truck business. I don't care if you have a 16-foot box truck, 20-foot box truck, 24 or 26-foot box truck. Although I started with a 26-foot box truck, late pandemic, late 2020, all of the information that I'm giving you guys will apply to you all, no matter what section of box trucking you're doing. Overall, you need to know this information before starting. Make sure if you guys enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to, and drop a comment.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Before I start this video, I just want to let you guys know all of your comments kind of drove me to make this video. You guys just kind of want more inside basic knowledge that you guys need to know before starting. I feel like this slide presentation can be pretty good for somebody starting out, or if you just don't know if you want to do this. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Starting a box truck business requires careful planning and industry knowledge. These 5 considerations will help you build a sustainable operation and avoid common pitfalls. All right, so this is the first thing that I feel like, even if you don't have expenses yet, you should be getting an idea of what it's gonna cost to run the business, right? So if you're gonna be financing the vehicle, getting an idea of what it's gonna cost to, finance the vehicle, insure the vehicle, maintenance, talk to a mechanic, and see, on a yearly basis, what would you be looking like for preventative maintenance on a truck, and then always have a cushion based on the worst case scenario happening, right? Tracking all of your expenses, understanding your costs, your operational costs before committing to the business, right? So this just kind of gives you a head start on your competition who may not be calculating their costs, running at rates that are not sustainable long term, and that ends up pushing them out of the industry. Yeah, as you can see right here, I got this cost per mile calculator showing on the left of me right here. I'll leave the link in the description if you guys want to check that out. But like I said, I know I say this in every single video, man. It's super important that you know your costs before operating and actually while running the business, because you'll get a better idea once expenses start coming out, what's the realistic cost per mile for your operation. So that way you're not running yourself into the ground before starting. All right, so the next one is going to be exploring different niches, however you say it, right? With the box truck, the most common are going to be Amazon relay, final mile delivery, long haul transport, and at the end I got right there, stay flexible and be ready to pivot when one niche doesn't work out. This is something that I feel like you should be researching before you start too. That way, if you just end up doing final mile and moving services isn't really what you want to do, and you just want to hop to jumping over the road, you don't know how to book a load, you don't know what a dispatcher is, you can't tell the difference between a freight dispatcher and a freight broker, but you expect to run freight from business to business. Or if you don't know the cost to run your equipment for a profitable rate, you're just going to be booking loads for any rates. And I think going to different YouTube channels, there may be some Facebook groups or forums that you can read up on to learn a little bit more about these different niches. Every content creator isn't perfect, right? And I will also say that no content creator knows all, right? They're gonna all have their own niche, knowing and understanding of the lane that they ran. So you need to be researching as much as possible. You don't need to just be researching my channel or this guy's channel or that guy's channel. Keep an open mind. It's not a one size fits all type of way you need to do this. Some guys are going to be heavily opinionated in this area, and some are going to be heavily opinionated in that area, right? Overall, I just wanted to say, be diverse. Be diverse when learning. I'm not saying to do all of them at the same time. I'm saying really take a deep dive into every single creator or influencer or educator in this space. That way you're not, uninformed when it comes to trying to pivot into a different market. This one is This one may not be too important when starting off, but as you get in, building industry connections can really help as far as longevity and understanding the industry and how other people basically view it. You know, like I said, this is not a one size fit all industry. What works for you may not work for somebody else, and vice versa. So going to truck stop conferences. I know the Mid America Trucking Show just happened in Kentucky not too long ago. Truck stop talks, right? Engaging with truckers at the truck stop. If somebody has equipment that you may not be running but you're interested in running, you know, hitting them up and saying, hey, what's your overhead like? What's your pay like? How is it like running with the type of equipment you have? Do you have any maintenance issues with X, Y, and Z? Right? So if you're doing dry box and you want to know what a reefer box truck is, you know, if you see a reefer box truck owner operator, maybe, you know, try to converse and get some more knowledge on that industry that way. It doesn't have to all come from content creators, influencer on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. It can be regular people that has just as much industry knowledge, and you'd be surprised what you can learn just from truckers at the truck stop. And then also local connections, right? Put your pride aside if there are people that you know within your same zip code that you know personally who's in your industry, because they may be able to put you on game. And they might already have a few connects that they may be willing to share. Not everybody's going to be willing to share their connections, right? But it never hurts to try. So go to other people. Don't just come with your hand out. Have something you can offer for them too, whatever that may be. And yeah, that's really it. Just make some connections. This one is super important. Understanding the lifestyle. Yeah. Understanding the lifestyle. A lot of you guys take for granted the lifestyle that you currently have now before pivoting into trucking. Depending on if you're going to do long haul, I'm probably talking to you guys more. Maybe if you're going to do something like final mile and you're doing more intensive labor type work, but you've never moved furniture, you've never installed appliances, and that's a big change from, let's say, sitting in a desk. It's a different lifestyle. You're gonna come home, your back's gonna hurt, your knees gonna hurt, right? Depending on your age, I guess. But versus, let's say, a guy who's been home every day with their wife for the past 5 to 10 years. You've never had to go a night without sleeping with her, or a night without tucking your kids away for school, tucking your kids away for bed. So the lifestyle for trucking is for sure something that I can't explain to you, but it will be different than what you're currently doing. So I got for mental challenges, prepare for cognitive demands, emotional strain, build resilience for tough days. For physical demands, stay healthy when on the road. This is something I didn't do too well with myself, man. Those truck stops, they're gonna have plenty of fruit, salads, healthier subs, but most of the time you're gonna be eating some Wendy's, McDonald's, Popeyes at the TAs, right? And read the bottom very slowly, right? Trucking isn't just an investment. It's a lifestyle that requires dedication. Every day brings new challenges that demands quick decisions to stay competitive. That's kind of more so booking. That's my mindset when kind of booking freight and kind of being on the go. But overall, I hope you guys take this with a grain of salt. The lifestyle of trucking is different than what you're currently doing now. And then we got time management, right? So in the early mornings, most deliveries require early starts to beat traffic and meet schedules. Route planning, efficient route planning saves time and fuel and increases your profit margin. Administrative tasks, right? Set aside time for paperwork, invoicing, and maintenance scheduling, and especially when having to, calculate your cost per mile. Always take time to tweak the numbers if it's not working out exactly how you thought it would. You may just be getting hypothetical quotes, and then when you get the real raw number after taxes, all expenses, break down your cost more and more, through the month to get a more accurate number. And then home time, this is super important. Balancing work demands with your personal life to prevent burnout, because your children are still gonna have a honor roll and graduation and birthday parties, holidays. You got to be having enough money to sustain your lifestyle personally, and then also keeping the business flowing. It's not as simple as it sounds, but you'll learn as you go what really works for you, whether that's a 3 week on, 1 week off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, or 1 week on, half a week off, and then another. Like you'll figure it out, what works for you. But for me, I was more of a 2 to 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and that was able for me at the time to help me be pretty sustainable. And this is just a tip from me personally. These are in my own words, right? Your unique journey. Comparison is a thief of joy, right? Focus on your own progression. Don't really worry about too much on what others do. And when I say this, I'm pertaining just to money, right? There's nothing wrong with taking tools and experience from somebody else or learning from somebody else's mistakes. But when I say don't compare, I'm speaking based on gross numbers, right? I may say when I was running, I averaged $4,000 to $6,000 a week. So if you go out there in your first 30, 60, 90 days or 6 months and you just realize, hey, I'm working my ass off, but I'm not making $4,000 to $6,000 a week like Mike was, or I'm not doing $7,000 to $10,000 a week like X, Y, and Z was, it's gonna burn you out quick. You're gonna try so hard to do so much more than what you're probably able to do at that current time. It takes time. The truth of the matter is you're not going to be rich overnight, right? And that's not the purpose of starting the business. Is to sustain yourself. I think that's all trucking does a really good job at right now with one truck owner operator. It can sustain your cost of living, keep you a little bit of money in your pockets, but it's not a way, in my opinion, to get rich unless you continue to scale, through the future, and then rates have to pick up. And yeah, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video, but yeah. Different approaches, right? What works for you may not work for others. Your metrics. Define your own success criteria based on your goals. So don't make your goals based on mine and somebody else's success or what they deem was normal for them. Make your own goals based on, hypothetical situations that may be relevant to today's numbers in society versus videos 4 or 5 years ago or 8, 9 years ago. And personal success, only you will know if it's worth it once you're grinding. Take action today. Take action today. I got one of my favorite videos over there for you guys in the box truck industry that I posted about 8 months ago. It's doing very well. I believe it has around 40,000 views at this current point. And it's helped thousands of people. Thousands of people have learned how to do the business setup from A to Z just from that one video. So if you want more detailed as far as getting your LLC, EIN, BOC3, UCR, insurance, etc., go and click that video. It'll be in the link in the description. I might pin it to the top. And then I got build relationships with experienced truckers and potential mentors. If you guys want my contact information, the link will be in the description to schedule a call with me on Calendly. Then we got plan, creating a detailed business plan with realistic financial projections. So I also do have videos on hypothetical situations if you were to rent, finance, or own your box truck with very hypothetical numbers that subscribers have given me in the past. So don't take them as financial advice, but just see them as a way to kind of guide you to understand how my thought process is when actually projecting these numbers, so it can help you calculate your costs effectively. Then we got lunch. Start small, learn continuously, and adapt as you grow in your business. So that's it for today's video. The biggest thing I want you guys to take out of this is to keep researching, right? Don't stop here at this channel. Go watch some other influencers, go watch some other educators in the space, and take what they have to offer, right? I'm gonna do my best job collaborating and bringing more people on with more industry knowledge than me. That way I keep this, channel fresh and, inspiring you guys to learn more and do more. All right. It's your boy, Entre Mike. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.